Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental energy reading for the element of fire in the area of love and relationships. If you are new to the channel, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe buttons. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Also, as I'm reading, I read intuitively, so if you see something different with the cards than what I'm saying, feel free to drop that in the comments. It's always interesting to hear what other people see in the cards. How I like to do my romance and relationship readings is we look at the element of fire today, and that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We'll look at the singles first, then we'll look at those in relationship. We will take a peek and see which chakra is lighting up, what kind of a lesson is coming in with that, and something new this year. I just received this particular deck, Whispers of Love, so we're going to add that to this month's readings and see how that works with the flow. And then we look at the tarot to get a little more clarity as to what's going on in the love life in that respect. So we will start off with our fire singles, and you are in the energy of, it says number 2, security, so this is going to be your root chakra. And before we read the book, we'll look at what source brings in. You're actually feeling very stable right now, fire singles. You aren't really actively looking for anyone because you're building a foundation for you. There's this energy of balance, like you've got everything going really well. If you wanted to add someone in, it really would be easy for you because you already have everything else going in a balanced state. So it's not a matter of, the energy I'm getting right now is it's up to you to make the decisions as to what's happening next. You are my guides keep saying they're very balanced. The energy is very balanced. We get that. But what else is going on here? So, from our book, we have the element of earth. That's why it's so stable and balanced. And earth is our material home. It is linked with the physical body, financial and monetary affairs, tangible comforts, worldly realities, climbing a mountain, hiking a meandering shore, raking leaves, or studying your local ecosystem. The natural environment's beauty is like a mirror that reflects our hopes and aspirations. So in reality, we are looking at this foundation. And it's saying that because you have really tapped into this now moment energy fire, which is awesome, fire singles, you're able to look around the world and you see the beauty in everything. That's why you're not like, oh, I've got to go chasing that one thing or that one person. It's like, actually, I'm looking for a personality trait. I'm looking for the type of person that inspires me to a better state. And whatever that is for each person is going to be different. Your keywords are independence, self-reliance, self-determination, confidence, understanding, persevering, spontaneous, and responsible. So, fire singles, you are doing really well on your own. And the vibe I'm getting for you right now is literally saying, if they want a relationship, you can go and find one. If you don't, fine. Enjoy the month of January. You don't have to go hunting a relationship just because somebody said so, or some, goofball on the internet's like, well, the stars are aligned, you should go find someone. The energy is not saying that. It's saying this decision is yours, fire singles. You're in this state right now where you have a really good life, you're living life. So this month, it may be just a time to enjoy that. Really tap into that. I'm happy with how I am. And when you start to radiate that energy, if the door happens to open up for a relationship, that's going to be one of those things that happens very easy and very fluidly because you're okay and happy with you at the moment. Therefore, they're going to be happy with you as well. And then you're going to attract the person who is most aligned with your frequency. So, and if you're not looking for someone, you might just meet a new friend that's like, they're on the same wavelength, the same music, whatever it is. So allow this month to really play out in the most satisfactory way for you because you're already in that satisfactory energy. So see how this goes. Your Whispers of Love, the Oracle deck we're going to try out this month, is you are limitless. You can do anything you choose, which is exactly how this energy feels. And we're really, this is my guides are bringing in, this has nothing to do with love and relationships, although it could influence it later. What are you trying to build right now, fire singles? There's something that is... What they're showing me is this energy that you are in the process of changing something in your life because you're just not quite ready for a relationship because you have this other thing. And that's where You Are Limitless comes in, because once you start flipping these switches and you start making these massive changes, it's going to shift your perspective on what a relationship looks like or the type of person you're looking for, if you're looking. But it's going to change things dramatically. And that's probably why the security and the grounding earth energy with the root chakras coming in, because you're changing something that is a foundational piece of who you are. So that's a very strong indicator that you're just kind of doing your own thing, fire singles, which is awesome. Keep doing you and stand up for yourself if someone decides to play games. Your first tarot is the Queen of Autumn. Generous, stylish, gracious, and practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful, that's cool, and meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. This is what I was saying with the first one. If that person's not aligned with you and supporting, and like as steel sharpens steel, you're both are growing in the relationship that maybe blossoming, it's not for you. This Queen of Autumn energy is really saying this is your time to shine and to step into this higher state. This is not a time for, oh, this person's fun for the moment. No. No, they can be a friend over there, but that is not a relationship, and that's what they're wanting to bring forward here. Your second tarot is the Two of Winter. This one's not always the best card. Indecision is holding you back. Make choices that are best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Fire singles. This particular little reading here is very clear. You're happy where you are right now. You're building something and shifting something. And until you're ready to make a decision, don't push anything in. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. That is not going to work. So this is a time where you get to enjoy the Queen of Autumn energy, and if someone happens to slide in, great. If they don't, fine. It's not like it's a dramatic thing for our fire singles. You're not being forced, and the universe is really saying, you're shining on your own. Let that light shine, and if somebody happens to pop in that is a match for you, great. If not, fine. You're doing really good this month on your own, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So now we're going to hop over to our fire couples. And when I say fire couples, you could be the fire sign in the relationship. Again, fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or it could be your partner and you're watching to kind of see what's going on in their head. So as far as your relationships go, we have number 39. I want to say this is the third eye, but we'll check here in a second. And it's detachment. This is that energy of... If fire couples, if there's so much going on that you're not spending the time with each other, detach from the outside world for a minute. Go to a couples weekend. Go drop the kids off at grandma and grandpa's house so you can spend time with each other. This is an energy of reconnection for you. We'll see what the book says. But I'm getting this as chaos erupts, or not chaos, but as things are going on around you, you're finding a still point. And so this is an energy that's coming up where maybe it's time to maybe block out some time specifically so you can be with your partner, detached from the outside world, if you will. So let's see here. I said third eye. Let's see how right we were. We are in the third eye. I was right. This deity here is Shiva in one of his many attributes. Shiva is the incarnation as old Rudra Shiva is linked with the destruction and death, which is another persona. That's not this one. Out of which this new form can be born in the cycle of creation. In the cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction. This is the young Shiva that occurs after Rudra, which is the lord of the yogis, sitting in meditation in the middle of a river, high in the mountains. He expresses ultimate detachment from the cascading waterfalls of sensory attachment and demonstrates our capacity to learn to detach and let go of our desires, hopes, fears of any kind. So, fire, you are really being called to detach from the outside. And when you let go of all this stuff, oh, I've got this deadline, we've got all these things to do this weekend. No. Take the time to be with your partner. Take the time to connect back. That's what they're saying, is detach from all of that. If it's an hour or two a week, fine. Set up a date night, and that's what you do each week. If it's you have someone to take the kids for the weekend, drop them off. Spend some time with each other. Detach from the outside world. And they're saying this way you guys can relax with each other. Nothing is rushed. You can just chill. You can, watch whatever. You can cook together, whatever it is. But allow yourselves that gift of detaching from the outside world, because the blessing of being in a relationship is you're with basically someone who's closer than your best friend. Like, they are part of your soul at that point. So allow that connection to rebuild. Your key words here are, where'd it go? Non-attachment, accepting life in the now, not being attached to the outcome of actions, performing austerities, and enjoying a situation without expectation. When you step into that light and that energy, fire couples, of being together, the outside world tends to fade anyway. And that's what they're wanting you to get back into, that flow state, being so connected in the now moment with each other that you don't want to go chasing the other things. Yes, there's always going to be bills to pay. There's always going to be some overtime to get. There's always going to be all these other things, and that's fine. But it is not the priority. The relationship should be number one. Well, spirituality should be number one. Relationship number two. But if you're in this situation, they're really saying there's a call for you to step away from the chaos, because your relationship needs that reconnection. So detach from the outside, reconnect with each other in the moment. And there's a whole bunch of ways you can do that. Your Whispers of Love Oracle is love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. That's perfect. When you detach, you can work on this. If there's something in the relationship that's maybe not as clear as you would like it to be, or maybe there was something that's been kind of simmering beneath the surface because of a miscommunication. There's numbers up there. I just noticed that. 31. If there's something going on like that, this is where you get to heal it. You get to work together. When we're in that third eye energy, this is your intuition. This is your ability to see beyond the everyday. So allow this love of reconnection with each other and detachment from the outside world heal any wounds. If there's something that's going on, like especially coming out of the holidays, some family member, because we were at someone else's house, made some off comment and it just kind of stung. And that can be in a lot of different ways. It's really one of the bigger problems with the same-sex attracted people, have that happen to them. Or if you happen to have married outside of your skin color or race or any of that nonsense that everyone's so focused on. Not everyone, but it's a focus for some people. If that's one of those things that's kind of stinging, that's where that detachment can be very helpful, because then you guys can heal through that. And sometimes that healing is you know what, maybe we just need to not do that again. And that's totally fine if that's what's beneficial for your relationship. But it's the ability to understand and communicate with each other without the distraction of the outside world. So see how this plays out for you, fire couples. The energy I'm getting is very soothing and very loving, very much about coming together with each other and not having the outside world distract you, so you guys can communicate very openly and be healing with each other. Your tarot is going to be the Four of Spring. Be grateful you have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. This is where you're headed. This is what you're trying to reflame. And if you're already in this state, great, enjoy it. Take it to a deeper level. Really connect and show the gratitude for God's source for bringing the two of you together. Step into that gratitude for each other as well. Tell your partner that. Hey, I really appreciate the fact that you cooked dinner tonight. Hey, I really appreciate you did the laundry. I really appreciate all you're doing. If you're a stay-at-home partner with bringing in the paycheck, I'm taking care of the house. I really appreciate all you're doing so that I can do these other things. When we get into that area of appreciation and we build that gratitude bubble, this becomes so much easier, the healing process. So really get into that state. And if you get the opportunity to do the detachment 1 or 2 hours a week, or dropping the kids off at grandma and grandpa's house, show gratitude to each other. One of my guides is saying, learn how to show gratitude and worship within the divine feminine and masculine within the relationship. And by doing that, that gets into the spiritual aspects of Tantra, not the modern day stuff, but the spiritual side of it, where you're not just with your partner, you're embodying one of those energies, divine masculine or feminine, and your partner is as well. So you're actually in the act of creating in a divine order, not even for procreative aspects. It's that love building that is going on there. Your second tarot is number 3 in the major arcana, so big energy coming in, is the Empress, divine feminine. That's kind of funny. Take time to take action, the power of creativity and success that allows for a life of luxury. When you connect, when you set aside those times for each other, success is pretty much guaranteed. There's always going to be some little, quirk along the way that can derail success. But your ability to connect, this is where the luxury and the gratitude of life comes in. This is where you get to reconnect with each other at such a deep level. These two cards together are saying this is your time to really deepen your relationship. And you notice there's a bebe here in the little leaf there with the peas. And it could be that there's a new life coming into your world, and it could be a human baby, it could be a puppy or a kitten or something like that. But I'm feeling very strongly that someone's about to get pregnant. We'll see how this plays out. But this is this energy of growth, this energy of taking things to the deeper level. But when you connect and you allow yourselves to heal from the past, and you allow yourselves to detach from the world so that you can marvel at the wonder of your partner, marvel at the beauty of the connection that you two build together. When you are in that flow state, everything else comes together and settles. Success at that point is, depending on how you define success, guaranteed. So allow yourself in this month of January, fire couples, to really tap into this powerful shift of emotions and connection. Fire singles, you have an awesome month ahead. You really are just kind of doing your thing and shining as bright as you can, and that's the message that's coming with it, is do what you need to do. Get yourself ready, because there's always going to be a windfall coming. And for fire singles, that windfall is going to be in a relationship setting later on. But for now, shine bright and see who you attract. With that, I will let you guys and gals go. Have a great month of January. It looks like you will. And I will see you in the next video.